Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to review and react to the Portland Trail Blazers' first Summer League game as they get started in Vegas. Talk about some of the things going on with some of the young guys. As you see, Scoop getting started early, and I'll talk about Scoop in a second. Nice find right there from Jabari Walker. It was good to see, the young guys get out there on the floor, man, and start, figuring out, their way in this league. You see Shaedon Sharpe, man. Shaedon Sharpe is that guy. We're not even going to waste time on that. Shaedon Sharpe is that guy. All right. Which leads me to, Scoop. It was good to see Scoop, show that he can score in this league and do some things in this league. But that right there is what I want to see from Scoop. That right there is what I want. Assists, playmaking, floor generalship. That's what I need from Scoop with this ball club. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's say if you're going to have Shaedon Sharpe out there, nice finish right there by Scoop. You got Shaedon Sharpe on your wing. You got Jeremy Grant on your wing. You might have Anthony Simons still. Nurk is still your guy in the middle. There's no reason for those guys to not see more shots, is what I'm saying. None. No reason whatsoever for all of those guys to not see more shots. That being said, Scoot has to make sure, in my opinion, as you see Coach Phillips right there, Scoot has to make sure he does a good job of being a playmaker for this team, being the engine for this team that gets the offense and get everybody, easy buckets and in their right place. And in their right frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see Scoot do. See if he can take on that leadership role from that position, similar to the way Chauncey did with the Detroit Pistons in his championship days, and even prior to that in Minnesota, becoming more of a leader. Getting the ball to Kevin Garnett the way he did, and doing the things that he was doing. To develop his game in the, for the long term. That's what I want to see from Scoop. As you see the finish right there by A-Man. It was good to see what A-Man got out there. A-Man Thompson. You can tell that he drew the assignment he's going to be one of those guys who's going to draw the assignments of guarding, the opposing team's top players. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see him most times guarding, the team's top opposing player. The opposing team's top player. You see Jonathan Butler with the finish. And he was on Shaedon. He was on Scoot more times than not. As you see the steal right there. It's a good, I thought personally that it's a good combination of some young talent, to be developed, obviously. And a lot of these guys, in my opinion, they need someone like Chauncey Phillips. I know Coach Phillips isn't necessarily excited about, coaching a team in influx, a developing team, a team rebuilding, all of those things, especially after the 2 years he's already been through. I'm sure, had not been for that, coach is coach, you know what I'm saying? But he's already been through, 2 years of, of not, winning a lot of games. But nonetheless, I think Coach has some good things to work with. He should be excited about having some good clay to mold. And I know I said that last season, and it came to fruition, in my opinion, with Shaedon, with Trendon, obviously with the slow starts for whatever reason in the season. But then being allowed, to get out there on the floor and play. And then they were able to develop some things in practice, which gave them more confidence for game nights. And listening to the tutelage that Chauncey gave them, you know what I'm saying? All the advice and the info that he was giving. This is Jabari Smith. I was surprised, honestly, that Jabari Smith was playing in the summer league, or is playing in the summer league. But nonetheless, it was good to see him develop like this, man. Coach Udoka, man, he's going to put together a good team in Houston. To see Jabari handle the ball, make passes, to do the things he was doing, and we'll get to what happened at the end of the game. But it was pretty satisfying to see Jabari play at that level. I know his dad is proud, but to see him play at that level and to now get the opportunity to be that type of player, you know, with the ball in his hands, making plays for his teammates, man, that's exciting to see. That's what I want to see from Jeremy Grant also. And that's what I mean by when I say there's no reason for the other guys, for all the guys, on the Trailblazers to not get more shots. Scoot shouldn't come in looking to be Dame. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's needed, and that's not how you want to build this team. They didn't. I don't know if they saw. They gave the highlight of Shaden with his strong dunk. I mean, it was some good athleticism in this game. As earlier we saw Antoine Davis. I thought Antoine Davis did a really good job on the floor with his hustle, his aggression, as far as his determination. You know, he wasn't being aggressive, doing the wrong things. He was determined to make good plays. Got a little bit out of control with a pull-up jump shot that was an air ball. As you see, the finish right there from Eason. And then the behind the back pass that kind of went went wayward, went backcourt. Hopefully he can correct those things, because if he can, he can be a good spark plug. He can be a Pat Beverly type, who's a better scorer. If he can, make sure he cuts down on those turnovers and take care of the ball. But he has the motor. He looks like he has the determination and the will to be that type of player. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Jonathan Butler, obviously has to get stronger mentally and physically. Jabari Walker, nice finish right there. I was a little disappointed to see the lack of focus that Jabari possessed at times, with some of the decisions he made, some of the fouls. It was one play where he just went ahead and stepped out of bounds and looked at the ref and was asking, as you see right there, the finish from Shaden. Shaden wanted all the smoke. All right, let's make that clear. Shaden wanted all the smoke. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm coach, that was a nice finish right there by the young fella Latte, who's I thought his defense was it left something to be desired. Nice finish, strong finish by Shaden. Shaden wanted all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? And what I was going to say was, if I'm coach, I don't even know if Shaden, right now, Shaden might not, that might be the only game Shaden plays, if that was me. I don't know. I really don't see too much, from what I'm seeing from Shaden and the way he's playing. He's season ready right now. I'm not sure if I would risk having him play any more summer league games. And I don't know what the reward would be. You know what I'm saying? Risk reward. I don't know what the rewards would be from him playing any more summer league games. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much know what you got in Shaden. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what some of these other guys, could do with a little more time. That right there, it was definitely not needed at all. You know what I'm saying? That particular lob play, with the time running down, you just run out the clock. Just run out the clock. I mean, and that's again, I would have preferred to have Antoine Davis in for the last 2 minutes, and then bam, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Jabari Smith, man, nice shot, nice catch, found the rim immediately. Great release, knocked it down. You know what I'm saying? Look, bench stunned. You know what I'm saying? But that's something to learn from. You know what I mean? They can learn a couple things from that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, clock management, is big. You're definitely going to learn from that. And then how to defend. Obviously, a three wins the game, right? So you want to make sure you defend the three much better. Much better. That they didn't defend the three well at all in that last defensive possession on that inbounds play from Houston. Jabari and Eason said it, that coach drew up the play. So all you would need to do to counteract that, remember, it's chess, not checkers. And I'm knowing the situation, and I know everybody on the Trailblazers coaching staff knew the situation as well. And I'm sure they were over there yelling, no threes, no threes, no threes. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure, though, that I'm putting the defense in position for that to be the case. Not just telling them no threes, but I'm going to make sure everybody is where they need to be at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hammering that in that timeout right there. You know what I'm saying? Cause if you remember, Houston called a quick timeout, to set up that play for that inbounds. I'm telling them guys, everybody on the 3-point line, one guy at the rim protecting, everybody else on the 3-point line, one guy guarding the inbounds, back up. Cause we don't even really need you. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that big. Back up. Play the pass for the 3, for the perimeter. That's all we're worried about is the perimeter. So you're playing corner pass. You're playing top pass. You're playing all those passes. So you're playing off. It's easy situational awareness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to seeing those things develop and get better. Not just for the players, but among the staff as well, because that's something. Not only do you want to make sure you relay that, but you want to make sure that you translate that to where everybody's hearing you and understanding you, and then you want to make sure that they're applying it. So as soon as you get out there and you see somebody not making the proper moves, now I don't know how many timeouts were left for the Trailblazers, but as soon as you see nobody in the right spot or guys not in the right spot or doing the right things, I'm calling a timeout. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no point in saving them. I'm calling it immediately. You know what I'm saying? So now, obviously, you got to do that before the ref gives Houston the ball. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch really fast. You know what I mean? But little things like that, man, it was exciting to see all these situations that guys need to learn from and will develop and get better from. But like I said, Shaden doesn't need to play anymore in the summer league. He's ready. He's ready. Scoot, definitely make sure. I mean, hopefully he's all right with his shoulder. You don't want any setbacks. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to see him be able to get some more minutes in, develop, what type of player that not only that he can be, but also the type of player that is needed for him to be, with this ball club. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if those two things match up or if there's some roles and assignments that he needs to learn and develop into, and we'll see. You know, everybody can be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Just some are superstars, period. Some are superstars. Some are superstars in a role. Some are superstars regardless of roles. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking forward to seeing how Scoot turns out. Shaden Sharp definitely looks like he's ready to take that next step to becoming a star. I mean, and then there's some rim protection. We saw a little bit of rim protection from the big guys down low, which was really good to see. You know what I'm saying? To see that rim protection from Heath. I forget the other guy's name, but he was there last year. And of course, Jonathan Butler, who now can be, kind of play more at that stretch 4, which might help benefit him as well. Of course, we miss seeing Trendon Watford. You know what I'm saying? I mean, definitely, that's not going to go unsaid. Miss seeing Trendon. But nonetheless, man, I think, if I'm looking at things from the Trailblazer standpoint as an organization, I'm saying, you know what? We might be all right. Let's see. Jeremy Grant, we still got Nerd. We have yet to do anything with Ant, so he's still on the roster. We might be all right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as just competing night in and night out. With that being said, we don't need a lot for Dame, man. We all right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it, And obviously with the Spurs, and add San Antonio to that. I know Dame wants to go to the Heat, but I believe he also said he was interested in the Spurs. I would look at those things. Now, the Spurs might not, the Spurs actually understand. I'm pretty sure them as an organization, they actually understand. We're probably in a better situation developing and building right now. Instead of bringing Dame in for some of these young guys or for whoever, and changing, our philosophy or our expectations for this upcoming season. I don't think the Spurs are willing to compromise that. That's a very well ran organization. You know what I'm saying? They understand the importance of doing things the right way. All right. So I'm looking forward to seeing, how things progress in Portland. In regards to doing things the right way, making good decisions. You know what I'm saying? And from what I can see, Portland will be just fine. Portland will be just fine. The Trailblazers will be just fine. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't have to hold your cards or hold that trump card and expect too much in return, man. You can let it go and you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? At least that's just my opinion, But I thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. If this was